Hello, my brothers and sisters from Nigeria. You'll be happy to hear this. Duchess Meghan has revealed she is 43% Nigerian after genealogy research. Once again, I repeat, Meghan, the beautiful, remarkable mother of two, is 43% Nigerian after she did a genealogy research. My family, please head over to Archtapes because Meghan has a thought-provoking podcast in Archtapes. And in this thought-provoking and stirring episode titled Appending the Angry Black Woman Myth with Issa Rae and Ziwe, Meghan gets the bottom of the label that is often pinned on black women, angry. In her raw conversation with Issa Rae, coupled with candid chats with Ziwe and Professor Emily Bernard, this episode asks honest questions about the judgments we make about women, and specifically women of color. It begs the question, does setting boundaries, having an opinion, and being clear make you angry? Or just human? A human being? My family, a couple of weeks ago, I shared with you, how the UK media covered Meghan versus how the US media were covering Meghan. Now, in that video podcast, I saw that, UK media, they were using the angry black woman trope when discussing what Meghan has said at Archtapes. The US media, on the other hand, were objective, and the coverage was decent. But the UK media, because you all know how the landscape is in the UK media are very much racist and bigoted. They used the angry black woman trope to paint Meghan's, Archtapes podcast on Spotify. That is how they used to talk about, what Meghan said at Archtapes. Now, my family, we must keep fighting racism. But before that, my family, I wanted you to hear this clip by Meghan Says that reveals to the entire world that she is 43% Nigerian. And I love the fact that Meghan is tracing her roots. I love that 100%. First of all, hear this.
Of Showtime's Ziwe, and I'm happy to be here today. I was incredibly excited to sit down with Ziwe, a Nigerian-American comedian, actress, and writer. I just had my genealogy done a couple years ago. What? What are you? 43% Nigerian. No way! No, Jacqueline! Oh my gosh!
Meghan is 43% Nigerian. And I can tell you one thing. The city of Nigeria right now, this will be breaking news in Nigeria. Meghan has Nigerian roots. And she has traced those roots, where she comes from. And she is proud of her heritage. And she's sharing that with the entire world. That she, Meghan, is 43% Nigerian. My family, first of all, let me say thank you to Meghan. Thank you so much for this beautiful podcast, Archtapes, that you have on Spotify. They set the labels that hold women back. And fights racism, because that is what Meghan is doing right now. And thank you, Meghan, for being so proud enough of your heritage to share that with all of us. We are so happy, and we continue to support you, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. We love you so much. We love Prince Harry, Meghan, Archie, Lady Diana, and Doria Raglan. Let's continue, my family. Let's continue.
Are you really serious? Yeah. This is huge. Igbo, Yoruba, do we know? So I'm going to start to dig deeper into all this because anyone that I've told, especially Nigerian women, are just like, what? This is huge for
huge, huge news. This is very, very big, big news, my family. And thank you once again, Meghan, for sharing this news with all of us. Now, Meghan, as you all know, has been a victim of racism in the UK and in the royal family. Meghan herself has openly spoken about the racism that she faced when she became a global figure of public interest after she met and married her husband, Prince Harry, and the father of their two kids, Archie and Lilibet Diana. Now, during the early stages of Harry and Meghan, when they were dating in 2016, Prince Harry, a couple of days when their relationship became public, Harry released a statement that came from Kensington Palace, from Harry himself, via a communication secretary, denouncing the sexism and racism of social media trolls and web articles from the UK tabloid press that were targeted against Meghan. Yes, Prince Harry openly spoke about it. And not just Prince Harry, even 72 female members of parliament, all of them, they stood up condemning the racism and colonial undertones of the coverage that Prince Harry was, Prince Harry's girlfriend was being subjected to by the UK tabloid press and the firm itself. My family, I want you to hear what Prince Harry said in the Me You Can't See.
And then step out,
because Prince Harry has said a lot.
Aware that I'd been living in a bubble within this family, within this institution, and I was sort of almost trapped in a thought process or a mindset. Within the first 8 days of our relationship being made public was when it said Harry's girl almost straight out of Compton.
Within the first few days of Harry's relationship to Meghan becoming public, Daily Mail in particular, that is being sued by Prince Harry for phone hacking and tapping landlines alongside Elton John and Doreen Lawrence, published an article saying this, and I quote, "Harry's girl is almost straight outta Compton. Gang-scarred home of her mother revealed. So Prince Harry be stopping by for tea." That was the front page of the Daily Mail, and they pitted it as an exclusive. That is what the Daily Mail did. Once again, someone tell me that Meghan did not experience racism. Please tell me that. Please tell me that. Prince Harry spoke about it in the Me You Can't See. He said everything that Meghan experienced. And no human being should ever have to endure or undergo the pain and suffering that both Prince Harry and Meghan have had to endure. No human being should ever have to go through that. And they have gone through a lot. And Meghan is a victim of racism. And no one in this world should ever have to endure the pain of having to endure or undergo or experience racism. Racism has no place in the world that we live in today. And it is high time that people fight against racism. Let's continue with what Harry said himself. Prince Harry, in his own words.
And that her exotic DNA will be thickening the royal blood.
And her exotic DNA will be thickening the royal blue blood. Prince Harry's own words. The Prime Minister's own sister. In the Me You Can't See, she has been featured. The article that she wrote for the Daily Mail, saying this, "Sorry, Harry, but your beautiful bolter has failed my mom test." Why? And then she said that Meghan's exotic DNA will thicken the royal family blue blood. And it is important to note what we have been discussing all this time. UK press clearly had an agenda against Meghan. They wanted her to leave. And even right now, despite the fact that Meghan has already left the UK and lives in the US, still, they are doing everything in their power to try and separate Prince Harry from Meghan. That's why they're coming up with the articles, oh, Meghan is tired of Prince Harry, because they want Meghan to be fed up with the abuse, with the bullying, with the racism. That is what they had hoped that Meghan would be fed up with, and then leave Prince Harry. Then paint her as what they wanted. They already had a narrative written out. Meghan would bolt already. Even before Prince Harry and Meghan got married, they were writing articles that Meghan would bolt on Prince Harry. Why? Why is that? And I've answered this before. I've said this before. My family, their goal was to make Meghan, say, I can't put up with this. This racism, this harassment is just too much. I'll never be able to handle it. So it's over between us. That is what they were hoping. And even right now, still hoping to try and get Meghan to that point. Say, enough is enough. But then, what does Meghan say in the Card Magazine article? I love Prince Harry more. I love Prince Harry more. She gave up her freedom, her visas, because she loved to travel. She gave all of that up because, why? She loved Prince Harry more. She had 3 million followers on Instagram before meeting Prince Harry. She gave all of that up. Why? Because she loved Prince Harry more. And she has endured racism, bullying, abuse. But despite all of that, Meghan has honored the vow that she made to Prince Harry when they got married. In good times and in bad times, she will be by her husband's side. And Meghan has endured. She has endured a lot. And no one should ever have to go through what Meghan has gone through, the pain that she has had to go through. Let's continue, shall we?
We would get followed, photographed, chased, harassed. The clicking of cameras and the flashes of cameras makes my blood boil. It makes me angry. It takes me back to what happened to my mum, what I experienced when I was a kid.
That's enough.
But it went to a whole new depth. With not just traditional media, but also social media platforms as well. I felt completely helpless. I thought my family would help. But every single ask, request, warning, whatever it is, just got met with total silence or total neglect. We spent 4 years trying to...
My family, let me stop there. So before even the royal family ever asked Prince Harry for help with anything, they should think about that. Prince Harry pleaded with them for help, but help never came. Help never came. And my family, Meghan has experienced racism in the royal family. And she has been through things that no one should ever have to go through. Prince Harry spoke about in the You Can't See that audio clip that I shared with you right now. He said talked about the harassment. All of that was done to ensure that Meghan would give up on Harry and say, enough is enough. I can't handle this. I can't take this. And then the UK press would have that to say that, hey, look, didn't we say this? She'll bolt. That is what they wanted, to have the last laugh. But the UK press, they've never had the last laugh. Prince Harry and Meghan, they had the last laugh. Now, They're living their lives in Montecito, California with their 2 kids, Archie and Libedana. They're happily ever after. As Meghan was asked by Oprah, does your story have a happy ending, a fairy tale ending? And Meghan said that greater than any fairy tale that you've ever read. Why? Because Harry and Meghan, they have chosen love in their lives. Love. And may God keep blessing Prince Harry and Meghan. Now, during her Archie's conversation with Nigerian American Fumodo, famous for comedic and combative interviewing technique, Meghan lightheartedly raised with the start that she had had some genealogical testing done. I just had my genealogy done a couple of years ago, she said, to which Fumodo asked, what are you? 43% Nigerian. Meghan responded, I am going to start to dig deeper into all this because anybody that I've told, especially Nigerian women, are like, what? What? My family. In the podcast also, Meghan unpacked the associations behind the angry black woman trope, which is often applied to those in positions of power or influence. One example that Meghan highlighted was the treatment of Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson during her Senate Judiciary Committee hearings considering her nomination to be the first black woman appointed as a Supreme Court Justice. Discussing the subject with Bernard, Meghan said the hearings were gripping and painful. While Bernard commented that some of the senators questioning Jackson were attempting to get her to react in a way that they could characterize her according to their stereotypes of black women, using the angry black woman trope. And my family, this is very much true. And it's high time that society stop using these stereotypes to paint black women as angry. Listen, black women, or a black man like me, we are human beings. We get upset. Why, when it happens to our white friends or white counterparts, why are they not labeled these stereotypes? Why is it put on people of color, black, brown, or mixed race, biracial? Why? Because even Meghan herself has gone through it from the UK press, and I have spoken about that in this podcast. Why did Meghan have to undergo that? Why? It's high time that society begins to understand that black women, people of color, we are human beings with human rights. And we all deserve to be treated with basic human dignity. And once again, thank you, Meghan, for talking about this in your podcast, Archtapes. You know, I said this. One of the things about this podcast on Archtapes is that it's fighting racism, bigotry, hate. And that makes me love Prince Harry and Meghan even more. Thank you for this. Thank you so much for this. Thank you for this. Thank you for this. From the bottom of my heart, I'm just so proud of being a huge supporter of Prince Harry and Meghan. They just bring me so much great joy. My family, I want to hear your opinion. And with that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and support our ever-growing family on YouTube. What do you think about Meghan being 43% Nigerian? I'm sure that people in Nigeria will be very, very happy to hear this. Kindly, with so much love, stay tuned to our next video. And I love that Meghan is appreciating, you know, and even finding her roots, where she comes from. I love that so much. And it makes me even admire and love Meghan even more. And she's proud to say it. She's proud to say it. And that is our beautiful Meghan. May God keep blessing her heart. Meghan, Archie, Libedana, and Doria Lagland, and all of you members of the squad. And thank you, Meghan, for fighting racism in this remarkable podcast, Archetypes. Thank you so much. And thank you to Issa Rae and Ziwe, guests, you know, at Meghan's Archetypes podcast. titled Appending the Angry Black Woman Myth. My family, thank you so much. Thank you for Meghan's guest as well. Kindly stay tuned to our next video, and love you always and forever. Love you always and forever. I also like the part whereby Meghan, said that even when I tell my Nigerian friends about it, they're always like shocked. And yes, the UK press were like, Meghan doesn't have any friends. Well, guess what? She does have friends, and I love it. I love that Meghan has friends. Great, great friends. I love that Meghan has, great friends. And may God keep blessing Meghan. Now, what do you think about this podcast? I want to hear your opinion. Which part did you like? I want to hear your opinion about this podcast. Because one thing about Aship, that it contains something that can, so much emotions. When you hear Meghan talk, when you hear Issa Rae talk, Ziwe talk, it contains so much emotions when they're discussing this angry black woman. It's so hurtful that people of color, black women, are targeted with racism using this evil trope. And it's high time that ends. It's high time. My family, kindly stay tuned to our next video. Love you always and forever. Hello, members of Sussex Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of the Sussex Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great, great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like, and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.